Other thing I spend thousands of dollars of my adult money on every single April, and something I spend hundreds of dollars on every single month, is a bookkeeper slash accountant. Like, I started making money professionally when I was like 13, 14, and until I was 20, I did all of my taxes on my own. Like, I fully did the TurboTax thing. Once when I was a freshman in college, I literally matched with a guy on Tinder and we dated and then hooked up, and I kind of was like, hey, will you do my taxes? And then he did my taxes. Like, he was a senior at Harvard and I was a freshman, and he was like going into finance, and I was like, great, this is like a win-win situation. I know, don't judge me for that. But when I turned 20 and I had signed my first book deal and my income was getting like a little bit more complicated because I was an independent contractor with this nonprofit that I founded. I was earning money from speaking and the book deal and starting to do some influencer partnerships. This is circa 2018, pre-TikTok. I've like been on the content grind. Anyways, that's when I decided to like actually get professional help with an accountant, and it made the world of a difference, because I am never going to be someone who is like reading up on what updates are happening with tax codes or figuring out what sort of like things can be a write-off or not be a write-off. As an influencer, by the way, there is so much that can be a write-off. Like, if I am cooking for my sisters, for example, and we're making a vlog about cooking, and that video is somehow tied to monetization, those groceries are a write-off. But there are certain things that you can't write off, like a Pilates membership. I tried to write that off. I was told you can only do that if there's some sort of like existing partnership with the exact studio that you're working with, or if you post when you work out at that specific location specified situation. So anyways, there was a lot that I wouldn't know. Also, when I bought a house, I bought my first condo, this one in New York City, a few years ago, and then my boyfriend and I bought the abandoned house last year. There is so much that goes into the taxes behind property. For example, when we got the abandoned house and we were thinking about how do you heat the fucking house, there's a tax credit if you do a wood stove. Shit like that, I would never know. I just totaled my car by accident. I had a car accident a couple of weeks ago. My accountant informed me that there's a tax credit or some sort of deduction if your car is over 6,000 pounds. That was something to consider. I'm not getting a 6,000 pound car because I don't need a giant pickup truck, but it was something to consider. Anyways, I feel like one of the things that I wish I learned early on in my career, and I started working like full time, like started my first company thing when I was 16. The thing I wish I learned earlier on is to invest my adult money in things that make my life easier and help me like continue growing business. And a monthly fee for a bookkeeper and a yearly accountant makes a big difference.